space in your textbook. So, third calculation is the standard deviation. The standard deviation, we are using the formula which is given to us. So the standard deviation was 8.8. The fourth step of calculation is standard error of this D, the difference. That's the fourth one. So we have four different calculations. So standard error of D, SMD, and that turned out to be 3.94. Once we have all these things done, the last thing we need to calculate is the T obtained, the T test, actual T obtained. The T obtained is MD divided by SMD, this one here. So when you see that, and that came out as minus 3.04. Now, when you are doing a non-directional, meaning two-tailed test, and when you are writing this T critical, see the sign I did here? I wrote it as plus minus. Why? Because we are looking at both tails. If we are looking at the right tail, then it's the plus. If you are looking at the left tail, then it's the minus. So you keep it that way, plus minus, then the value of this T critical. Now if you compare these two values, the T obtained and T critical, then which one is higher? T critical is plus minus 2.776. T obtained is minus 3.4. That means we are basically looking at the left tail. So if you are looking at the left tail, then which one is higher? T obtained or T critical? T obtained, no. Minus, look at the negative side. T critical was plus minus 2.777. And T obtained was minus 3.04. So you are basically looking at the left tail. Now looking at the left tail, which one is higher? Minus 2.77 or minus 3.04? So when you look at this card, this is the middle part of the card, right? And the number, middle part is always 0 in a normal card. The number goes, they increase on either side. So if it is 0, then 1 will be here, 2 will be here. So which one is? This is bigger or this is bigger?
Are you talking about the value of the number?
Yeah, these values, which one is bigger?
3.04.
3.04 is bigger. Why bigger? Look at it. I mean, this will fall right around here. Right around here. If you look at the right side, if you look at 3.44, it will be here, and plus 2.77 will be around here. Remember, this is why I keep telling you guys, draw the diagram first. Normal card, middle point is always 0. Why? Because remember, it's symmetrical card. So this side of the card is exactly the same as this side. The values goes up on either side. Only thing, this way is minus, this right side is plus. So minus 3.04 is higher than the T critical. So the T obtained exceeds the T critical. Son, you are dazed or confused? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. You have that look on your face there. So, once we see that, step number 4, that's the last step, we make a decision and report the result. So this is exactly how we write the statement. So we will write T obtained exceeds the T critical. So we will see we cannot reject, we reject the null hypothesis. So that means the null hypothesis was this. There was no difference. The difference was 0. But was it 0? It wasn't. It was effective. That's why this null hypothesis had to be rejected. So we will write reject sub 0 T obtained minus 3.04, and the therapy significantly reduced the anxiety among the subjects. So that's how we are going to do this. And since we are effect size, don't worry about that effect size anymore. Just let's stop at this step number 4. The other example you have in your book okay, you have another example here on page number 141. In this example, they are talking about 4 subjects, and then the measurement before and measurement after, then D square. And if you look at the steps they have done here, is exactly the same thing we did in our example. So basic point is, here we are concerned more with the difference between before and after. That's the main focus. We don't deal with anything else. So we are dealing with one sample drawn from a population. For that sample, we take repeated measures. We take measurement before the treatment, or it could be anything, any experiment, treatment, counseling, it could be anything. So we take first measurement before doing all those, then we do our experiment or treatment, then after the treatment or experiment is over, we take measurement again, repeated measures on the same sample. The objective is to find out the effect of that experiment or treatment. That means what is the difference before and after. That tells you whether the treatment was effective or not. Do you find any similarity with the classic experimental design? When you go back, think about your research design, do you find any similarity with this situation here with classic experimental design? 606 research methods. In classic experimental design, how many times do you take the measurement? Twice. What we did in chapter 10, and if you look at these, what we did in chapter 10. Chapter 10, we are talking about 2 samples. I even gave you an example that, this example is, read this question for your homework. Sorry. Read the question here. You will know what I'm talking about. And you tell me what kind of experimental design we are looking at. The homework number 8. Oh, I didn't give you this one?